Fahrenheit 3000 by Pamela PerryGoulardt. Based on a true story. An 86-year-old man with dementia recalls his first day as a photographer for the New York Daily News when he was sent to record the fire on the USS Constellation. In honor of rescue workers. Fade in. Present day. Exterior Pebble Beach, Brooklyn. Wheelchair-bound, suffering from dementia, Jack Phoenix, 86, watches his great-grandson Sal, 3, play on the beach. Sal uses his hands to fill a sieve with sand. Sal fills the sieve up, lifts the sieve. The sand falls out the bottom. He's confused. He repeats this over and over. Sal stops the process, begins to pick up rocks and seashells. Jack's granddaughter, Dali, 26, sits on a bench next to her grandfather. The East River with a view of the NYC skyline is in front of them. Jack and Dali laugh as they watch Sal try to figure out what's going on with the sieve. Jack points to the sieve.
That's my brain.
You're living in the moment, Grandpa.
Ain't that the truth?
There's no need to remember anything.
Jack breathes the fresh air, enjoys the view.
This is nice.
Do you know where you are?
Jack looks around, smells the air again.
Is that kerosene?
Dali sniffs.
I don't smell anything.
Flashback. Exterior Brooklyn Bridge, December 19, 1960. 24-year-old Jack, a camera bag strap across his body, pedals a bike at top speed across the Brooklyn Bridge.
It was my first assignment.
Thick, billowing smoke clouds his view. He can barely see. He pushes forward, down the ramp off the bridge and onto the sidewalk into chaos.
Dream come true. Jack Phoenix, official Daily News photographer.
Sirens blare, people scream and run from the smoke. Jack jumps off his bike, pulls a handkerchief from his pocket, wipes his eyes. He opens his camera bag and pulls out a 35mm Leica SLR, snaps some photos. He jumps back on his bike, camera around his neck, races to exterior Brooklyn Navy Yard. A blacktop expanse the size of 10 football fields filled with brick warehouses, a gigantic crane, storage containers, garbage and fire trucks. Jack observes emergency responders as they arrive. A side view of the USS Constellation, an almost complete super aircraft carrier, 1,476 feet long, 248 feet wide, is barely visible through the thick smoke.
The USS Constellation, the biggest ship I had ever seen.
Fires blaze here and there on the ground and on the ship. Jack jumps off his bike, starts to snap pictures. Police, in helmets, conduct the frantic traffic of ambulances and fire trucks coming and going. A policeman signals Jack to get out. Jack holds up a Daily News ID. The policeman waves him on. Jack leans his bike against a convenient warehouse. His eyes grow wide at what he sees. A forklift rushes to get out of harm's way and accidentally collides with a fuel tank.
It was complete chaos.
Jack runs toward the accident, snapping photos. Boom! Jack is thrown to the ground when the fuel tank explodes. Jack quickly puts a new roll of film in his camera, gets up just as a 10-story wooden scaffolding catches fire. The scene is out of control. Firemen spray the multiple raging fires with water. Thick smoke engulfs them. Visibility is close to impossible.
I remember the feeling when fear disappeared. I was suddenly laser-focused on capturing the story.
Jack sees an open 60-foot ladder, one of many, leading up to the deck of the tall ship. The ladder bridges the water expanse. The ship is secured 20 feet from the dock. Firemen are on the bow. Jack hesitates for an instant, then bounds up the shaking ladder. He stops halfway, looks down, shakes his head, and mutters to himself.
I told myself, don't look down.
Burning bodies fall past him into the water. Jack fortifies himself, continues up the last 20 feet of the creaking, shaking ladder. Exterior deck of the USS Constellation continuous. Jack makes it onto the deck. It's filled with smoke. Snowflakes start to fall.
Could things get any worse?
Jack snaps photos of the firemen as they struggle with hoses attached to the fire hydrants on the ground. Several Coast Guard ships are visible in the water below. They surround the huge vessel. Loud screams as the burning scaffolding collapses, accelerating the fire. Ambulance workers remove the injured and dead on stretchers. The large crane maneuvers a 5 by 10-foot metal plate anchored by thick wire on the 4 corners close to the deck of the ship. It is to be used as a floor. Jack captures the action as a full-blown blizzard sweeps in.
It was beyond catastrophic.
Helmeted firemen load dead bodies wrapped in canvas, feet visible onto the metal plate. Jack takes photos of the horrifying scene. Tears stream down his face as he captures the tragedy. A fireman notices Jack. He gestures for him to hurry over and get on the metal plate. Jack agrees. The crane lowers the plate to the ground, swinging dangerously from the blizzard wind, with Jack and the bodies. Exterior, Brooklyn Bridge continuous. Jack pedals his bike back to Manhattan. Interior, Daily News darkroom. A small enclosed room with a red light. Jack, in apron and rubber gloves, removes the long film strip from a wire cylinder. He holds the negatives up to the light.
I couldn't wait to see the images frozen forever in time.
End flashback. Exterior, Pebble Beach, Brooklyn. Jack opens his eyes. Dali talks on her cell phone, sees her grandfather is awake.
Gotta go.
She smiles at Jack.
I must have dozed off.
Sal places the shells that he found in the bottom of the sieve. It provides a makeshift bottom so the sand won't fall out. He fills the sieve with sand. Sal holds up the sieve to show Jack and Dali. No sand seeps through.
I fixed it.
Let's get a picture.
Dali waves Sal over so the 3 of them are close together, faces touching. Sal holds his sieve filled with sand. Dali snaps a selfie.
A 3-year-old who thinks for himself. That I will never forget.
Dali looks happily at the image on her cell phone. Fade out. In honor of rescue workers.